Ryan Gosling is back. Oh boy, have I missed you. Many of you may not know this. Well, probably all of you guys don't know this because I'm a new and small YouTube channel. But Ryan Gosling is one of my favorite actors of all time. And I've been really disappointed with his recent choices of movies recently. Not his performances, more of just the movies he's in. And I was really hopeful that this movie would turn everything around for him. Boy, was this movie amazing, and I'm super glad that he was the lead. This setting's a little different for you guys. I'm currently moving, and also I'm feeling a little under the weather, so I don't look that great, I don't sound that great. So just bear with me. Hopefully the next review, which will be the next Ready or Not, everything will be back to normal and I'll have a good setup. But anyway, back to the review. Project Hail Mary is a movie adaptation of a book with the same name, also written by the author of The Martian. This is also the same screenwriter and producers of The Martian as well. Makes sense. They did a really good job with The Martian, so working on Project Hail Mary just makes sense. Hail Mary has Greg Fraser, one of my favorite cinematographers. He does an amazing job in this movie. This is probably the best shot movie I've seen since Dune Part 2, which is kind of funny because he also did that movie. And this movie honestly probably makes him my favorite cinematographer of all time, and this just adds a 10 out of 10 shot movie added to his resume. If you don't know what he's done both the Dune movies, but not Dune 3. I wonder why he's not doing that, probably because he really wanted to work on this. Hail Mary, The Creator, The Batman, and Killing Them Softly. Project Hail Mary is also directed by Phil Lord and Chris Miller, who both worked on the 21 franchise. They do an amazing job in this film, probably better than their 21 movies. This movie is honestly peak. I was a little worried going into this because I thought the trailer was not going to. It did reveal a lot. However, I stand corrected. Like, there was so much more that you learned throughout this film, and I don't think anything they revealed in the trailer really took away from the experience. The big spoiler I was really worried about was the alien, but honestly, it just worked out in this film. The alien gets a name called Rocky, and his relationship with Grace, Ryan Gosling, is amazing. It makes sense, and it's easily the best thing about this movie. They form a friendship of a lifetime, and they solve an issue that they both came to solve together. It was really creative how they solved it. They also solved issues that they were both suffering separately through their mission on their way to where they wanted to go to solve the big issue that they're all facing. It kind of reminds me of two rocks laying on each other, both about to fall apart, but while they lie on each other, they stop each other from falling down. And that's what they're needed for each other. They're both falling apart. They're both relying on each other to stay up and stay alive and solve this issue. This film is a very constant flashback kind of movie, like a lot of flashbacks. And at first I was like, ooh, I don't know. I like flashbacks, but a lot can be a little too much. But I actually thought they did it in a really good way. They made, the movie starts with Grace waking up from a coma and he doesn't remember anything. So the flashbacks are kind of him remembering everything. And he changes throughout the movie because he's learning more about himself, who he is, what's his mission, what his fears, what was he suffering from, what did he solve, everything like that. And the last flashback was honestly tied everything together and just made everything make sense. A big theme of this movie was bravery, and I think this movie did it very, very well. Bravery comes in many different shapes and forms, and it's different for every person. It's not one thing, and I think that movie highlights it very well. There's lots of different people who take on bravery and are able to do the things they do. I love that this film showed bravery is different, and the way bravery came to Grace is a completely different way that any movie or adaptation of anything that I've seen come to. It's completely new, and I did expect it to have that kind of, like, the way bravery came to him, I kind of expected because the movie was hinting at it throughout the whole time. But I think that's just the movie being clever, and it is a show of bravery that I'm just not used to, and I really appreciate this film. And it's really solid, and I think a very realistic form of bravery. It was real. This was a real human story, and it made sense. This film is heartbreaking, intense, real, and really funny. Kind of reminds me a lot of The Martian. Makes sense. Same author, same screenwriter, same producers, and also 21 Jump Street franchise. Makes sense. Also same director. Again, I'm not really sure how the humor works in the books of both The Martian and Project Hail Mary, because the Martian movie was really funny, and this is also really funny when it needs to be. But I wonder if that's how it is in the books. Like, I'm not too sure. Like, is the author, is he funny in all his stuff? I mean, I wouldn't know. I didn't read the book, so you guys comment down below your thoughts. I just hope this movie doesn't get nominated for Best Comedy like The Martian did. The Martian's funny. It's not a comedy, and this movie is funny. It's not a comedy. It doesn't really rely on, like, Marvel humor, which is, like, bad, and does humor all over the place for no reason. I feel like the humor for this was realistic for what was happening, who Grace the character was, and everything like that. For this film to work, it really needed Ryan Gosling at his A game, and he 100% was for this film, just like everything he's in. Like, he is the main guy. He is the person you're following 99% of this film. I just love this man. I'm so glad he's back in an amazing film. I gotta give props to Sandra Hüller, who plays Eva Straut, a German playing a German. I think the actress did an amazing job portraying her character, and you could see the conflict in her. Like, she doesn't show much about herself and keeps all her emotions inside because she is the person in charge of this whole operation to save Earth. So she can't let emotions take over. She needs to be the one in charge and make hard decisions that not everyone's gonna like or maybe dislike her. And there's one moment where she kind of reveals something about her character, and I thought that was probably one of the most powerful moments in the film. Not the most powerful, but up there for sure. Also, as a person who lived in Germany for 4 months, I think they nailed German people very well. Like, her being a German in charge, it's just funny seeing her operate with an American who is just doesn't shut up. It makes sense. I really appreciate it. It's funny. Reminded me of my time in Germany. And Sandra Hüller just puts it all together. Does an amazing job. Project Hail Mary is 2 hours and 40 minutes long, and I have like 2 opinions on that. One, the ending's just all over the place with the pacing and probably should have ended a little earlier or just took out some things. And my second opinion is the movie should have been longer, so it spent more time on the ending because the ending was actually really good and very sweet. And I would just wish they just paced it out right, so adding more time to it. So I would be down for a 3-hour movie. Like, the ending was very good, it just was rushed. And I feel like that's a common theme I'm seeing with reviews, is like the ending is just rushed. But I would have been down for it not to rush and just spend more time in it. Time with it. Hey, I grew up on Lord of the Rings, the extended editions. I'm down for a long movie. I know modern audiences aren't really down for a long movie, but I always am. Give me a 4-hour movie, man, I can do it. Overall, this is easily one of the best movies of the year so far. Ryan Gosling is at his best, and this movie, and every aspect of this movie, is honestly just peak. Please go support this movie, guys. This is why theaters matter. This is why we go to the theaters and see movies like these. We want more stories like this. We don't want them to stop coming out. I'm giving Project Hail Mary a 9 out of 10. So, what do you guys think of Project Hail Mary? Was my rating fair? Comment below your thoughts. Thanks again for watching. Please subscribe and leave a like. Goodbye, y'all.